Man, oh man, is the stock market looking like a disaster right now. We have a lot to break down in this video. There's a bank that just went under we're going to talk about. And of course, we're going to break down the overall stock market. We're going to talk about some stocks, break down some charts. If you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. Link down below. Open up an account. You get 1 free share of stock. Once you deposit at least $100, you get another 6 free shares of stock. And get this, deposit at least $1,000 onto Moomoo. You get another 10 stocks, totaling 17 stocks. So yeah, if you guys want some free stocks and you want to help out the channel, use that link down below. And now let's talk. So check it out, guys. It's currently about 3:40 p.m. on the East Coast, and all the indexes all across the board are down, as you guys probably know, and we have the VIX up over 15%. Unbelievable. Now the VIX is moving up to 26 points. So look at this. The Russell's down 3.3%. Let me pull this up to show you guys the intraday chart on this. This is a disaster. Now we're moving down to the mid 1700s on the Russell, which just about a week ago we were over 1900. So this thing is down probably now close to 10% from where it was a week ago. Yeah, 8.5%. We have the S&P 500. SPY is now down about 1.7%, and the intraday chart here will make you vomit. Look at this, guys. This is insane. We had a double top at about 393, and since that point at about 11:30, 12 p.m. here on the East Coast, man, this thing has been on a clear downwards trend. I mean, this thing has been destroyed from 393. Now it's pushing 383. This was, and in the pre-market, guys, this was well above 390. So it's down now from the pre-market high about 2.3%, and we have triple Q. Look at this, guys. Get ready for this. This thing is down 1.7%, and it double topped at about 295. Now it's at 287. It is down almost 2.5% from that pre-market high. And the Dow's not looking good either, guys. Look at this. The Dow hit about, the intraday high was 32.4. Now it's at 31.8. It is down 600 points from that point, almost 2%. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now. A lot of banks are selling off today. Not really the big boys out there. JP Morgan's actually green, 2% green right now. Bank of America is also, I mean, it's not green, but it's not taking that big of a beating. Maybe earlier it was, I believe, earlier in the morning it was at $28.90. Now it's recovered, but it's not down that much. Some of the banks that are down a ton right now include, let me read here, I think it was First Trust. Is that what it's called? First Trust Bank? Let me see, guys. Actually, no, it was called First Republic, and there were a couple other ones that I forget now off the top of my head, but First Republic's down 13.5%, and the one that's going under now that's being seized by the government, guys, it is SVB Financial, which you guys probably have heard of at this point. This thing is down from about a couple days ago. It was well over $280 a share back on the 8th, guys, just 2 days ago. Now it's at $39 a share, and it's been halted many times over the past couple of days. This thing is now down 90%. So what the heck's going on, guys? Essentially, this bank said they have to raise money by issuing stock, and that caused a lot of people to freak out that have deposits in this bank, because apparently that was not part of their plan, according to, what management was saying, a couple months ago, weeks ago, that was not part of the plan. Then poof, out of the blue, they have to raise money. I think I have it here in the notes, guys. They said they would issue $2.25 billion of shares in stock, guys, and they booked a $1.8 billion loss on the sale of a large part of its available for sale securities. So that pretty much freaked a lot of people out. They thought, oh my gosh, this bank is not doing well internally, and let me pull my money out. Let me get my money out. So it essentially caused a bank run, guys, and really a lot of people to just sell out of the stock, and everything just started tumbling from that point. As of the end of December, this bank had $209 billion in assets with more than $175 billion in deposits. And as with other FDIC member banks, this is FDIC insured, guys, SVB deposits are insured up to $250,000 per depositor. And I'm thinking, guys, a lot of the depositors had well over that much money, in the bank. And they said today, guys, which really caused the stock to get destroyed, that the government, the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, they're going to be taking over and closing the bank to protect deposits, naming the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation as its receiver, also known as the FDIC. And the FDIC has formed a separate entity where all the insured SVB deposits will be available by Monday morning. Now, I'm really interested to see how this all unfolds, guys, right? They're saying this is actually the biggest bank failure since the 2008 financial crisis and the second largest on record after Washington Mutual collapsed during the industry-wide meltdown, according to FDIC data. So this is no joke, guys. This is a bank that I believe was $16 billion in market cap. What was it, guys? I mean, now if I pull it up here on the phone, it's going to tell me what it was as of close, which 6.28 billion. So yeah, we're talking a multi-10 billion market cap, or at least 10, 10, 15, 20. That is a big drop. That is a notable collapse. Again, the biggest failure since the 2008 collapse of the financial crisis, and it's the second largest on record after Washington Mutual collapse. So this is pretty heavy stuff here, guys. Pretty heavy stuff. And again, this stock is down from, imagine this thing in the beginning of February was at $340, and boom, just like that, it's now down 90% from that point. And yeah, I mean, that goes to show how quickly people can lose confidence, how quickly they can withdraw their deposits, and how quickly something like this could collapse from within. That's kind of what we're seeing, right? And some other banks that sold off, again, we talked about First Republic Bank, which is FRC. Some other ones that sold off here were PacWest Bancorp, which I'm not even sure what the ticker is on that. Oop, let's pull it up. Oh my God, this thing went down 35% today. So that had a horrible day. You guys see that. And just a couple days ago, this thing was at, mid-high 20s. That's pretty insane there. We also had Western Alliance Bank Corporation. Let's pull that up. What's the ticker on that? Western Alliance Bank Corporation. Oh, here it is. Bancorp. It went down 23% today. So a lot of people are freaking out across these different banks, and a lot of these bank stocks today took a beating, which then bled into what's going on here in the overall market, which again, we're seeing a complete collapse today in the overall stock market, where SPY's taken out recent lows. The head and shoulders that we called out is completely playing out. Not to toot my own horn, guys, but did we not call this out, right? That's playing out. And now at this point, we're taking out the lows from back in the middle of January. So essentially, guys, all of the gains from this year have been lost, at least on the S&P. Almost. It's not 100% there yet, but almost. We started off this year on the S&P 500 on SPY here at about 382. We started off the year. We had a nice run to 420. Now we're back to 384. All the gains have been lost pretty much. I'm not sure if that's the same here on Triple Q. Let's see. Where did this start? No, it's not actually. This is still green on the year. I'm not surprised because this did have a major run. I think it was 18%. So this started off the year at about 265 roughly, and it ran all the way up to about 313. So it did have a nice 18% run, and now it's at 287. So it's still up from 265 to 287, about 9%. So it's still up a good amount, but the gains are being eaten away day after day, or at least they have been here over the past couple of weeks. So that's kind of what's going on, guys. That's what's rattling the markets right now. The fact that Silicon Valley Bank, it's being seized right now by the by the FDIC and the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. This is it's quite interesting what's going on. And again, it's going to be fun watching how this ends up unfolding. If this bleeds into the other banks, if it causes, is this the first domino to fall, a ripple effect across the markets? Who the heck knows? This is the stuff that could be a ripple effect. Maybe not. It could be. Maybe not, though. I mean, time will tell. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, as always. So let's run through some stocks right now and see what's going on as the markets are about to close here in just under 10 minutes. So all across the board, you guys can imagine we had a red day today, except for a couple of stocks, which we covered a little bit earlier. Smith & Wesson reported earnings. Their stock's up. Intel's up a little bit. JP Morgan's up. Looks like everybody's just flooding over to JP Morgan, the safest bank stock, right? Tesla's up on the day. Actually, no, it just went down, but it's hovering right at about 170. Actually, let's pull up Tesla and see where this one's trading right now. So we all know, we covered this yesterday, that 180 broke. That was a big level of support right around the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Also, that was the high from back in the end of January. So we broke through 180, And now it looks like we're going down to maybe fill the gap to about 165, 163, which you guys can see here was the low from the end of January. So that's still in play, guys. You know, we had a little bit of a relief rally here on Tesla earlier. This thing got to 168 in the morning, rallied to about 178. Now it's closing the day on a little downswing. You guys see all these lower highs being made. So I would not be surprised if this thing were to fall back under 170, maybe start to fill the gap down to that 163, 165 mark. That's what I believe here on Tesla, and that's kind of what I'm seeing on the chart here. And let's actually pop up some other big tech names. We had Google today dump off. Well, markets are still open. 8 more minutes, guys. It's currently down 1.8%, down about $1.65, and you all can see here it just hit a fresh intraday low at $90.80. And this is one that I'm going to be buying more of, guys, in the low mid 80s. I've been saying that, sticking to that. And it looks like, based on what we're seeing right now, guys, it could be going there any minute now. And we also have Amazon about to go under at $90. You guys see that here. It's down 1.7% on the day. And now it's actually trading slightly under the lows from about a week ago, the end of last week, roughly. So that's a good sign. Well, not a good sign for the bulls, but a good sign if you want to pick up the stock, because this looks like it wants to collapse under 90 any minute now. And if it goes down to 80, 85, that's where I'm going to be buying more Amazon, adding to my position, building it out. And we also had Meta today go down. It's currently down 1.1%. I mean, we're down all across the board, guys. Apple's down 1.5%. Looks like this got rejected hardcore at 156 bucks. You guys see that here. Now we're dumping down to 148, 150. So we're going to watch Apple here at these levels. What else? Which one am I missing? Microsoft. I always forget about Microsoft, guys. Microsoft, it looks like it's down to about 248 now. It's down 1.5%, and it looks like we are approaching a major trend line here for the bulls. You guys probably see that right there. And you could also see that we're also making lower highs. So essentially we have a wedge here on Microsoft, higher lows, lower highs. What are we going to do? What direction are we going to pick? That's kind of what I'm waiting for here on this particular stock. And let's see what else is moving, guys. Let's pull up Starbucks. I haven't looked at Starbucks in a couple of videos. Oh, that does not look good, man. This broke down very quickly. We have that head and shoulders playing out. This looks like, quite frankly, it wants to go mid-90s. If I were to guess, that's where we're probably going to go. That's the low from back in the end of last year, 2022. So keep your eyes on Starbucks as it is collapsing a little. I mean, I don't want to say collapsing like the overall market or the Russell, but it's starting to slip up and it's starting to get down to the mid-90s, where I think we will see a little bit of support. Maybe we see a bit of a relief rally at that point. So Starbucks is looking pretty interesting here, guys. Let's see what else. Let's see what else is moving. Netflix is down to the 290 level. We can see that if I pull it up. NFLX, you guys will see. Head and Shoulders completely breaking down under this trend line now, not looking good. And Costco is also starting to break down here. This is down 2%. And this is one that I want to buy if it's able to get down to the low 400s, maybe under 400, well, especially under 400, but who knows if it even gets to that point. Right now, you guys can see we have a Head and Shoulders on Costco, pretty much clear as day playing out. Left shoulder right there, head right here. Then we have the right shoulder. Now we're starting to dump. We're right at the lows from the beginning of this month, which I feel like they're going to break. I mean, there's no way we're going to hold these lows. And I think this is going to go down to the mid 400s before we know it. So yeah, guys, those are a couple of stocks I'm looking at. And really in this video, I wanted to break down what went on with that bank and what could end up happening. We could see a ripple effect potentially. Hopefully not. I mean, we don't know. We have to let it play out. Time will tell. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe to this channel and my second channel, Stocks Talks Money. And don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo, linked right down below. Or you guys can simply go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. Deposit at least $100. You get another 4 shares of stock plus 2 shares of either AI or BBAI. And if you deposit at least $1,000, guys, get this, you get another 10 free stocks. So that's a total of 17 stocks. If you deposit at least $1,000, if you deposit at least $100, you get 7 stocks. And if you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you all. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.